I mean, even when I was a kid, these were big, man. These were massive. These were
Somebody's phone.
it's always one. Good. Honestly, if you miss it,
Everyone be quiet.
No, honestly, boys, for me, this was massive when I was a kid. Because you know, you work hard, you know, play football, you know, going on a Saturday morning. Sometimes the weather's good, sometimes crap, you know, and you're going there, you're enjoying it because you know at the end of it, there's going to be some kind of prize. Whether it's going to be the league, whether it's going to be the presentation night, you know, what you've actually achieved, what you've pushed for, what you've driven yourself for. So for me, this was massive, man. And when Cam gave me the position to be a manager, the first thing in my head, I'm like, presentation. Whoever's going to be playing for me, they're going to be gifted an award because they deserve it. Because everybody here has got families, commitments, and you're taking time out to basically come and play football. Some people are not playing football, they're on the bench and still coming. And for me, that's big, you know? So this is very, very important that, you know, you guys turned up. Obviously, there's a few people that couldn't make it because obviously they had commitments, but that's cool. They've spoken to me, that's so cool. We're going to start off with the individual trophies first, these lovely gold ones. I'm going to shout out first to Bobby. Bobby, honestly, fantastic.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think you made not even one judgment. I don't think much
I don't know, I've written it down.
Listen, I'm pretty sure the defence was safe. They knew you were behind, you know, you were basically behind them, and you know they were like thinking, you know, this guy's here, and they felt, you know, secured.
That's why they made mistakes.
Yeah.
To give you a
Yeah.
chance to say
My friend, come on,
Let's go.
come on, Bobby. Thanks.
Oh, Bob.
Alright, next one is, for me, I call him Jamie Carragher. I call him there was one game that I would say he's Jamie Carragher because it was the first game of the season and it was against Latino Heat. And I remember we had a daughter, me and my wife, that day. And somehow I managed to come to that game. And we only had 9 players. I still remember. He was injured. So many other players were injured. But we had like players like the older lot, was it the brothers from the plumbing shop, electric shop?
Salam.
Salam. We had brothers like that who played, you know, and they were good in their time. So anyway, you know, I turned up 10-20 minutes into the game. I see Akhtar huffing and puffing, and he's change over, okay, fine. We didn't have that many chances, but one particular person, he put his body on the line. And when I say body, he was like a fish, jumping, blocking everything. And that was probably his best game for Phoenix. And it's my boy Shabazz.
Yes, Baz. I remember that game as well.
Speech in Liverpool.
Yeah. Now this one is a special person for me. Yeah? He's close to my heart. His family. I don't see him as a friend. His family. I love him to bits. And sometimes I think to myself, how come I didn't meet this guy in my life before? But I'm a Muslim, and I believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala brings these people in your life for a reason. And not only he's a great footballer, he's a great person. And he's put in a few shifts that he cemented his position, and then he got injured, and then he had to basically have a couple of games off. But when he did come back, he did put a foot wrong. And it's my brother here, Cam.
Hey. Come on, Cam. Love that.
Next one is, for me, this guy is Mr. Reliable. You know, you get that one player that you can say, he's played, so done. Cool, calm.
But as most of us.
I would say he played, I think it was his second game he played, second game. And very cool walking up. Like, how you doing, mate? You right? I am so and so. What's happening? Yeah, cool. playing in midfield. Yeah, say no more. Say no
I
more.
love this, bro.
That is what this person said, say no more to me. I was okay, cool. So I'm thinking, okay, let's see how good this guy is. You know, somebody's recommended him and he played that game and I was like, fuck you. It was like a Mascherano, but a 6-foot version. Do you know what I mean? Not only he's played in midfield, he's played in centre back
Yeah.
in massive games, and he's been fucking phenomenal. I don't think nobody here can actually, argue with that. He's my beast. He's my lion, Mr. Ant.
Yeah! Oi, Nadine, have you scripted this yet? Oi, this is entertainment, bro. Brilliant. Are you extemporizing? Are you improvising?
Yeah.
Everything you're saying?
Yeah. I do this, bro.
How
I
is
do this as junior doctor.
Bro, I'm getting goosebumps, bro.
Okay, next one.
Love it. Beautiful.
I want to go for. There's another boy of mine. We've had some good times in the past, and he's. I would say he's a very shy kind of guy. Every time I say, "Look, are you ready to play on? Are you playing on Sunday?" Oh, Nad, you know what it is, yeah. I don't feel right.
I love it.
I'm thinking to myself, well, you ain't injured. You haven't eaten that much. I know you're working, but you need to play. But anyway, when this guy did play, because he played a big part as well, because as this person, everybody in this room has played a big part, okay? But when Cam got injured, he stepped up. And this guy stepped up, he played left back. That's not his position, okay? He played left back, he was solid, even in training, when we had those Thursday nights when we were playing, Wednesday night when we were playing on there, this guy, I had to basically, he had to mark me, and I came out with bruises the next day. I'm not even lying to you, I had bruises, because I had to top off my missus. Goes, what's happened to you? I was like, oh, this guy's made out of steel. He might be a big guy and he loves his food.
Who is this guy?
Made out of steel. It's my boy John Lee.
John Lee! Cam, they can't hear me, can they?
No.
That's good, bro. Make some noise!
Right, next one.
Wow.
We're going to go for his brother. He came a difficult period, I would say, in the season, where we had, I would say we were actually chucked under the bus.
Mm-hmm.
And Shiblu and Amin and Cam should know, because I used to speak to him often.
Oh my gosh.
Especially at the time, because my heart rate was up here. I'm surprised I didn't have a heart attack, because I was just, frantic. But this guy turned up against Luton Celtic, and he played in midfield because I think Amin was injured. No, suspended. He was suspended. Again, this sounds this man came in, and when you have the first impressions, you think, okay, football player, okay, whatever. You don't know it. You need to see the person.
Do Ants walk again?
I love it.
This guy came on, and I'll tell you one thing. It was breathtaking to see him play football. The ping in the ball. Where me personally, I'm a striker. If I was to play midfield, I wouldn't be able to do those passes. They were effortless. He would be looking this way and boom, diagonal this way. But that was his offensive work we're talking about. But his defensively is brilliant as well, because he's played left back in big games, right? And you know what? He's been fantastic. Got injured the last couple of games, but I've got big, high expectation of this guy this season. So Zahir, my brother, come out.
Zah, come on, bro. Hey, Zah, quote unquote, you know what Nad said? World class, bro. Yeah, you gotta take that. That's a big compliment.
Thank you.
Mashallah.
Righty. Right, next one. Well, this person, I call him my lion.
Oh no, everyone's
This is my Lion King.
Lion King.
You get Simba.
Shut up.
You get Simba, yeah? When it becomes the lion, Anyway, but look, this guy, I started from day one. Day one when we had the old Phoenix team and they started leaving and whatever, and I remember Akhtar introduced me to Sujal Bhai, and then me and Sujal Bhai we spoke, and then Sujal Bhai recommended me a few names. And I remember this person's name rang a bell because I played Tuesday night, was it Thursday night on Derby, one or the other, we used to play football. And he played the first game and he was carrying an injury. I remember against Latino Heat. For me, I was laughing thinking, is he having a laugh? He's injured because he was playing brilliant. But that was only the one game he played, but he's played a massive role. He's been defensively very good, attacking very good, and just a leader on the pitch, you know. And we're very grateful that we've got loads of leaders. We just haven't got individual, we've got loads. You know, we ain't just got one person. So this is for my boy Amin, man.
Wow.
Honestly,
Come on, big work. Which number line's coming up next?
this is not a lion. This is more like nah, yeah, actually, yeah, he's a tiger. Yeah, definitely he's a tiger. Thank you. Nah, this guy is also a very dear to me, and he's I've known him ever since we were this small, and we played in the garden, hours of football, hours. We played some fantastic football in the garden with his elder brother, and I still remember, man, when I see this guy standing outside his mom's house, and we had a little discussion. He goes, "Where are you going?" I was having a cigarette outside, and he goes, "Oh, you know, go and play football." But you fancy playing football? He goes, "Yeah,
fun.
cool. I don't mind." Well, what time is it? I goes, "In about 2 hours' time." He goes, "Yeah, safe. I don't mind. I'll play." The guy came. He got 4 assists and he got 2 goals, and he's literally been unplayable this season. I don't think there's been any defender or any team that I can say that, you know what, this guy can have a good game today, or he was just basically like out-muscled or whatever. He's a beast, man. Come on, we all know we're talking about. Is that boy there, Jay, man? Come on,
Nadim, did he say he needed some shorts on that
Yeah,
day?
yeah.
Jason, you need some shorts, yeah? That day, when you came to play.
Okay, we're down to 2. I don't know who's going to be now. Actually 3. Where's mine? Somebody has to do a speech for me. Anyway, listen. Next one, bro, is a brother who had a tough time as well, man, this year. Had a very tough time. Lockdown happened, so you know we started Project Restart happened, and we played football, and you know we lost our first game, and I can never forget this one time. Yeah, with his brother. We were drawing 1-1. Normally, when you lose 1-0 or you're losing, you'll turn around and say, you know, we were 1-1. My head dropped, and this guy looked in my eyes. What's wrong with you? I'm here. I'm telling you, we're going to score 2 goals now. Watch. And what happened? We ended up winning 3-1. Yeah, and that was the start of like just a tsunami of wins. 15 wins straight. He's classy, skillful. He can defend. I didn't realize he could defend. Honestly, I didn't realize he could play deep. He played deep against Latino Heat, and that was probably his best game for us. He did the dirty work. And he's just world class, man. And I'm just grateful, you know, for him to be in our team. Shibs, come on, my brother.
You were 2-1 class players.
Last one, we know who it is. Come on, but you know what? Everybody needs that one person that can actually stabilize the ship, you know, stabilize the ship. You know, especially when shit hitting the fan. And just remember, this is my first time being a manager, and there were certain elements of the game where I'm still learning, so I had to go and speak to certain people, and they've been a big factor in my success as a manager. But I'll go back to his footballing ability in a minute, but I want to go back to his humanity-wise. Luton Celtic, we lost 3-1. I don't want to bring you up, but lovely Shabazz and Cam were having handbags that day. And our heads dropped. That was our first game back after the COVID lockdown that we had. And I remember Sujil Bhai wrote a message on the group, and it was to do with religion, but it was peaceful, to the fact that I had quite a lot of non-Muslims texting me privately saying that, wow, that touched me here. And that is from CJ's side, that was the human side, which way he was. It was fantastic, and I'm grateful for somebody like an elder person like that to be here, which obviously has made it easy for us, our journey. But now going back to his football ministry, didn't realise he could run that fast, and he was quick. I heard a lot about Sujil Bhai before, but when I saw him play, I was like, wow, this guy's a proper baller. Do you know what I mean? Mashallah, 46, right?
45.
45. And you're still doing it.
Yeah.
I know people who are 45, got fat bellies, diabetic, got some kind of illness, or, and you're still doing it at the top level. And a captain, and you've done a captain's part, your speeches have been spot on. When you play football, you're there and you're trying to calm everybody down. It's hard. I've seen it. The players that we play with, very, very hard, and you've actually got them, mashallah, in control. But this is for you, my brother. And I'm really
Thank you guys.
Well, I didn't forget Lewis. Somebody just told me about Lewis.
Lewis.
Listen, I can't talk about Lewis this season. He didn't play 1-2 games. But all I can say is,
Still a part of the team, man.
No. Last year, massive player. I'm grateful that I've got Jason in the team, Ami and Shibs, who are putting the ball through to me. CJ Bhai, Zahia, and it's easy for me to score. Because you're there. But last year, only had one person who always looked at me thinking, this guy can score, I trust him. And it all comes down to trust when you're on the pitch, okay? Because I've played with players where you're not good enough, I'm not going to pass to you, I'm going to pass to him. And you get players like that. But Lewis was fantastic that season. Unfortunately, this year, he had a terrible accident, a motorbike accident, which, alhamdulillah, he's back. He's played that one game. He played what?
To tell you the truth, it's a bicycle accident.
Yeah.
But carry on though.
But listen, he's played 2 games. And yes, he's only 70% fit at the moment. But I can guarantee you one thing. The Lewis that I know, he's going to give that 100% next year. You'll see a totally different player. And I can't wait for him to play. And Lewis, come on, collect your prize.
Yeah, Louis, come on. Welcome back. Welcome back, bro.
That's it. I'll let you do one.
We love you, man. We love you.
Boys, I think
You're really good.
now, as everyone knows, look, obviously at the start of this season, I didn't want to manage yet. End of last season, I managed, right? And then obviously Ren and these boys left. And I put it out there, I told Noddy, look, do you want to manage? He was well up for it, which his only concern was players, yeah? And players is something that I've never worried about. The quality of players is a different story, but I've always known you always get players. You'll find people who are over 35, right? But as a player himself, I'll come on to that, but I just want to first talk about his management role in the club, right? He has done a tremendous job because this is his first season in management. He's obviously learning on the job, and to have an 15 or 16 game winning streak as a first time manager, obviously you boys are a big reason for that as well. But he's done an amazing job on that side.
Can I just touch up on that bit on his managerial side of things? Amin got sent off one game. He went 2 at the back. We looked at each other like we're a man down, and he's gone 2 at the back. He played the Mourinho masterclass there.
Yeah, we won that game, didn't we? Yeah, exactly. But again, now onto his footballing ability. Well, I think the goals speak for themselves. Yeah? The only man I know who counts his goals. You can ask him. Phoenix 11 aside, 2017 season, how many goals did you score? He'll tell you.
How many? I don't know. I'll have to think about that.
No, but again, he's right. It comes down to trust.
Yeah.
We all trusted him
Yeah.
to put the ball in the back of the net, and he did his job fantastically. He was awesome this season.
Which is the hardest thing to do.
It's the hardest thing on the pitch to do, right? So, fair play to him, man. He's done everything he needs to do, and he was selfish when he needed to be. He also passed it when he needed to pass. So, all good, man. And as a brother as well, you deserve this more than anyone else.
Come on, Gaffer! Come on! Gaffer!
Well, you got to play the piano.
I think we got Jafar, Muad, Akhtar, and Kwaku.
Yeah.
Kwaku, obviously, he's going to Sweden. He's trying to snap up some young deal.
Kwaku, the other day, when I was going.
It's the best impact player for Phoenix. Okay. Again, you guys probably know who he is. He was unplayable, man. Untouchable at times. Effortless. His strength, his speed. He was just a blessing for us at the time we got this player. At a crucial time as well. And I don't think he's put a foot wrong. Yeah, you know, I mess around with him. He'll link the pass here and there. You know, when he's supposed to pass it across the ground, he'll link it across the floor. And you're like, well, he's a straight pass, man. What are we doing? You know? But that's, you know, we all do it. We all make mistakes here and there, and it happens. But as a player, speechless, breathtaking. So Jason, come out. Wow.
Come on, Jake!
And then green, ain't it?
Yes, Jake.
Right.
You got, bro, I ain't got a shot.
So this trophy is what you guys voted for, right? It's the players playing. I'll do a countdown, 3, 2, and third, second, and first, basically, because I feel.
Turn it around.
Wow.
No, they can't. No, they're not that good. They got that good eyesight. They can play professional football. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I feel like certain people need shout outs. The tally came in. Third place, someone who's been solid for us all season. Can't really, as Noddy said earlier, can't remember many mistakes from him. And that person is our goalkeeper, Bobby. Second place, again, someone who's been tenacious all season and winning balls he shouldn't be winning. You know, he's been, I mean, people are scared to go near him on the football pitch sometimes, and that is Jason.
Another one was oh, you missed that by one, right? No way.
In first place, don't be, you guys voted for this, so I don't want to.
Yeah, this is vote. So
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And it was somebody did it. They ordered it as 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, so
Francis, well
count it
done.
up and. First place again, deserved because he got the goals. He, you know, there are games where without those goals we would not be, you know, winning the league like we have. Obviously, everyone else had to do their job, but you guys all voted for him as well because you knew how important those goals were, and that is Mr. Nadim.
Come on!
One is it?
What's this?
You got his salon.
This is golden boot.
Gold as well.
This one, yeah. This one. Let me just tell you a little story behind this, yeah. So
Jewelers.
there was an option of what trophy we wanted to get, and obviously the one trophy that's decided at the end of the season is the Golden Boots. You know who's got it, right? And my man wanted a golden boot. I saw a silver one. I saw a silver one, yeah. He's like, no,
Half
no,
the
no.
price.
After exactly, he was. He's like, nah, I want a golden one. So, you know, it's the biggest one we could find, and he deserves it.
Thank you.
Come on.
Yeah.
Oh, Nads, you're clearing up, yeah?
Rigged.
He's gonna get best manager award as well.
The league.
I thought, of course, my fine. And then I thought I would take the piss. Okay, manager's player of the season. I used to get pissed off with this trophy, to be honest, when I used to play football.
Biased, innit?
Because it used to make me angry, because I remember when I played for Sacred Heart, there was, I don't know if you ever know this, there was this black guy called Mercedes. I don't know if any Mercedes? He looked like Rude Hullet, long hair, fucking rapid little bastard he was. But he was a shit footballer. But he used to, every year, you know, he used to get, I was like, why is he getting it for? But it was his off the ball work, which the manager, you know, liked. So I used to get pissed off when I was a kid. I was like, you know, I want to be a kiss ass. Let me be a kiss ass, I'll get it. Do you know what I mean? But it didn't work. It didn't work. But yeah, you know, I've got the privilege to obviously choose my player. Though his footballing ability, second to none. Quality, you know. If today, say if we had a transfer market and we put this person's name out, you'd have a queue outside. That's the truth. Okay. You guys probably know who I'm talking about. He had a tough time, man. We didn't know that he's going to make it. I'll be honest with you. It broke us as a team, our spirit. I remember the biggest game of our life, man, for me anyway, personally, was against Bedford Royals, because that was the game where once we beat them, the rest, it should be easy, which obviously didn't improve against Wigan Sport. But he had COVID, okay? He's asthmatic. When I get a call, and when they told me, I rang this brother up straight away. FaceTimed him, and he wasn't breathing properly. And I'll tell you another side of the story. You know, these guys, you know, there was a lot of shit happened this season, which you guys know, and I don't want to share it. But I did this through love and from the kind of person I am and how I've been brought up, you know. Football is second, bro. Life is everything. We only get one life, yeah? So when this brother got COVID and I saw him, it brought a tear to my eye. I'm not gonna lie to you, because we become very close, mashallah. He's another brother that, you know, I'm not thinking, wrong, man, how come this geezer wasn't basically shutting, man? Right? How come this geezer was not, you know, he hasn't been with me for a long time, just like, you know, Cam. You know, so when he was not well, you know, I remember me and a few of the boys in the team, we were talking, like, this guy ain't gonna play, man. This is it, man. 6 months to a year, because I work in a hospital. I know people who have lost their lives. Sujit Bhai's best friend passed away last year. and you know, we were scared. We were scared. I was scared. I was talking to my wife. You know, we would talk every other day, and I was like, you know, I'm really, you know, worried about my friends, and I should have known, inshallah, you know, make dua for him, make prayer. You know, when you're praying, you know, and just make an extra supplication for this brother, you know, to the point where my mum, my mum goes, you know, now we've got a holy water which comes from Mecca. It's called Zamzam. Okay, for those of you who don't know, my mum was like, no, give it to him. Give it to him. You know, he needs a shifa. You know, he needs shifa means a bit of, you know, healing purpose. But for this guy to basically come back, right, to give me the best news, it was when I was in my birthday. We went, my wife and my kids, we went away, and then I get a two-way call, Cam, and this person. I'm like, I can't answer it. My missus is gonna be like, get the fuck off your phone, you want as women are like. So we had this discussion, and this girl's like, I'm staying. The love that you showed me, I don't care, I ain't going nowhere, I'm staying. That meant a lot to me. Because I can't wait to challenge next season. Because when I've got you guys behind me, bro, yeah, that gives me fucking extra power. I'm like 10 foot tall. I'll tell you straight. It's coming from here, boys, I'm telling you. Yeah? So I can't wait for next season. So before I keep on going and get a bit more emotional, Shibs, my brother, come and take it. Come on, Shibs.
Wow. It's crazy because it's such an intimate situation, environment right now. So it's deep. Like, I was just looking at Nadeem talking. It gets you. It actually gets you. To be fair, but coming to Phoenix and playing here, the brotherhood is amazing. The unity is amazing. And it was a no-brainer for me. I can't wait to win the league next year. To be fair, boys, with all of you. I just want to improve with the boys. That's the main thing. So, yeah, the COVID thing. Yeah, you know, I had to fight it. I had to fight it quickly. Do you know what I mean? Because I wanted just to play football. I was gonna come with the oxygen leads and that. So but I want to leave with this note. Working in a kind of profession where mental health and well-being is such a big thing for us human beings. When people were ringing me and sending me messages, I just want to share that how important that was for my well-being. Physically, I was weak, but the positivity it really stuck with me, and my vitality increased. And I truly believe it's because of that I recovered so quickly. So this is actually dedicated to all of you for showing that love.
We've got one special trophy here. Cam, may you please come up here. I'm gonna let Cam speak and then I'll speak.
Please don't give it away.
Okay. We discussed this, me and Cam, when we got the orders of, what trophies we're going to get. So we got this person, this human being, this individual. He deserves this trophy, not on his footballing ability, but just being a lovely human being.
But also his footballing.
Football speaks for itself. You know, we don't need to discuss that because he's fantastic. There's a reason why, what position he has in this team, and why he was chosen. But that's his footballing ability. So now we're going to go back to why we got him this. Most of you should know, this brother recently went on a track for a good cause. A very dear friend of his passed away last year, and they set out to be there was a good group of them to do 190 plus miles in the space of 6 days. And when I got the video, when we had to donate, it hit me differently. Number one, the brother who was actually the one who had the voice over the recording, I know him very well, Mumsy. His deep voice and the way he makes it a bit more dramatic. It touched me, and at the same time, it made me realise I've got very good friends, alhamdulillah, who I've grown up with. And it just put life into perspective, like in terms of, if something happened to them, how would I be? It's all good well-being at the moment. I'm going to go out there, I'm going to give them a call, we say, pick me up, let's link up. You know, they're my boys. But when they're not there, how are you going to be? You know, because they were with you like from day one. Yeah. So, yeah, this award is for a certain person. But before I say the name, I want to say something.
Yeah, I mean, what can I say? This person has, for me personally as well, I think there's been a couple of times this season where I've nearly lost my rank, right? And he's just such a calming influence, man. All he does is comes up to you, hold your hands like, oh, bloody hell, you're broad, isn't it?
You my gym.
He's just, and he's just calmed you. And there's been situations this season we haven't been losing many times, but there's been a few times where we have, and he's just kept his patience, and he's made sure the rest of the team has kept their patience, and he's been a leader on the pitch as well as off it.
Yeah.
So that person is. Go on.
Yeah, this person is my brother, and you know what? If I had an elder brother, I've got 4 sisters, and I'm the youngest, so I haven't got a brother. But if I had an elder brother, I would love it to have Sujal Bhai. So come out here. There you go, Sujal.
You know what, guys? Next season, yeah, we gotta win the league. I'm telling you. This season doesn't.
What's another award? What?
No. Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, look, from what we started at the beginning of the season, every game we've improved. We've got better players. Next season we've got competition, guys. And one thing that I love about this team, yeah, is whatever you have on the pitch. I know every argument we've had on the pitch is because you had passion to win. You get it.
Yeah.
There's no other reason. There's no hatred between anyone. Everybody loves everybody, and you know what? That's what you need. You need to have unity like that. If you have that unity, next season we're gonna rock it. None of those teams can thingy with us. You know, I've played in this league since it started. You get it? And every time I played for about 4 different teams. None of them had the bond and the thingy that we've got here. You know that. And we should carry that on. Next season is going to be ups and downs. We need a squad. You know how it is. We're going to end up getting injured, this and that. But we want to. All these teams, they're scared of us more than anybody else. They know that we are the team to beat. You get it. But we've got to make sure that we're on it from the beginning, guys. Yeah. And as Noddy said, we've got a lot of tough games coming up, and it's the league starts now.
Yeah.
You got tournaments, you're gonna stay fit, but every single one of us need to make sure we're on it from the beginning. Because how we start, that's how we're gonna carry on the whole season. Yeah.
Well, we've got the cup finals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
boys,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
another thing. Look, the trophies we got here today. Let that be a goal to yourself. Today I've got it. I want you lot to be. Do you know what? Boo you. Watch me next season. Man, I'm gonna bang 40. Have that drive, man. Have that passion. You know, you guys have got it, man.
But honestly,
Let's do
from me, you know, I love you guys, man.
Love you too, bro.
Honestly.
And
Thank you.
honestly, one more thing, guys. Just, obviously, there were individual awards, right, for certain people where everyone played a part this
Yeah,
season, man.
100%.
Everyone. Without there are certain games where there's not one person here who hasn't helped when it's needed. You know, certain games I can't think of any personally now. I'll ask him for that because he remembers every game like back in hand. But every individual could probably think of a game
Yeah,
without
100%. Look, I'll tell you now. The first game of the season, Shabazz, solid in defence. You know, there was a game against Bedford Wolves when we won 2-0. I mean, and it was too hard to actually. I don't know who. It was one of you two that, for me, it was just edging it. You know, you guys were a beast that game. There was a game against AS Vets where Jason was dominant. There was a game against Berry Barton Rovers where Mr. Ant at the back there was just solid. It was like that should not pass. You know what I mean? You know. So there was myself against Wigmore Sport. They sent him off. We're 1-1. I had to score a hat trick. I scored a hat trick. 4-1. So you know, goals win you games. So everybody's played a part. But like I said, next season is a new season, and not only that, we still got to go and win that cup final. Be flipping ready for that one. That's gonna be tough. Before we do finish, one more thing I wanna say to you guys. Me and Cam, I have got a sponsor for next season. So Allo Wheels behind League Race as well.
You're getting paid.
Wow.
So basically, we wanted. Well, ideally, I wanted 400.
Generally,
But we've got 200 in the kitty, but my mate's on it, and he goes, leave it to me, I'll try and take more of him, so 300 would be enough, which means then it'll be £10 per person for a kit, rather than £21 per person. So that's a good thing. Also, we're changing from white gold to black and gold, and the reason for that is there's loads of team that wears white. You got Bedford Royal, you got Latino, you got Dallow Vets who wear white. So you got quite a lot of teams who wear white. So black and gold, not that many people wear black, and I think that will look good.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's looking be up for that for next season, man. So yeah, lads, thank you for coming. We're chilling now. We're chilling now.
Lads, what's the other trophies? You left one out.
Oh, that's for Jaffa, isn't it?
That's the league trophy, the one that the league gave us.
Oh, the league trophy. Okay.
But he